All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Aired Out podcast. We're going to go right to this handsome devil who's sitting right across from me right now. Jason Fleury, good morning, sir. How are you? I'm so glad to see you, man. You doing all right?
I'm great. I'm glad we talked earlier just before you came on. I'm glad your family's doing good as well.
Oh, man. We are, we're great. We're happy. We've got, of course, Christmas in full swing now, and the Christmas tree lighting tonight on the State House steps is going to be amazing. I think it starts at around 4 o'clock or so. Patty Casey's going to be playing, and our governor's going to be reading Twas the Night Before Christmas tonight, but it's going to be a great family event. Come on out tonight, starting at 4 o'clock. Not sure how late that'll go tonight, but it's going to be a great event. And a little bit of fresh snow in the forecast. Not as much, anywhere near as much as I think
No.
J.D. Green was saying yesterday morning on Aired Out. But anyway, Jen, good morning.
Good morning.
Katie, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, ladies?
Good. How are you?
You doing all right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I really was hoping for a good snuggly snow day today, but
Yes.
a good
right.
catch-up day. But I'm happy.
Jammy day.
Yes.
Jammies. We're running a few minutes late this morning because Rex Thompson just popped in here to talk about some logistics with you guys about the Battle in Barrie 15 Saturday night at the Barrie Auditorium, and asking if you're able to bring a collection box up there, and also a monetary collection box for the fight.
Yes,
So
that was very nice of them. I wasn't expecting it, and we will definitely be there and encourage everyone to come.
yes, you going to be getting in the cage at all at any point?
No.
Come on, Dad. I'll put money on you.
There was a few times that I remember that they had called security over there, and I went over with him. It's like, this guy knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah. This is fantastic, and thanks to Donnybrook Fight Promotions for doing that. And I don't know if they're going to be raffling something off, but they normally do, and they do a great job up there. Did he talk anything about that?
A TV, I believe he said.
Yeah, he was talking about something about they thought there was going to be a TV that was going to be raffled off.
Okay.
Going to go and we're going to go there early. Probably see if we go there on Friday for the weigh-ins. Maybe meet a couple of USC people and have a little bit of fun.
Nice. Let's talk about Saturday. No matter what the weather does or whatever falls from the sky is certainly not going to put a damper on what you guys are going to be doing on Saturday morning, this coming Saturday.
Right.
Tell us about it. Who wants to do tell?
So the coin drop that happens on Saturday is something that the council's had for many years to help us out.
Yep.
It's Tom, I think, was probably on the council. Maybe he was the mayor at the time. He was sort of on the forefront of getting that ball rolling, and it's sort of been in their hands for a number of years. I can't tell you how many exactly, but it's been.
Yep.
I can remember Paul Poirier out there, so it's been a little while. And
so we're talking what? More than 15 years?
Probably, yes.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was the inception of this was what? Was who? Was you? The beginning of this.
I would say it was the coin drop, or
the coin drop.
That was the coin drop was it was the council's. The council was the one that wanted to help out the program.
Yeah.
It's been their forefront for ever since.
Yeah. 501c3.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a long time tradition.
Yes.
Here in the Granite City.
Absolutely.
Tell me about, and ladies, of course, we're going to get to you as well, but tell me about some of the impacts that this has had. So in layman's terms here, we collect money, and then you and who else goes out and basically shops?
Yeah. So
locally.
We shop consistently. We have other helpers that help us. And the helpers that would help us are from the Barrie City School, some friends of ours. DLL is actually on board helping us out. Vermont Fish and Wildlife is helping us deliver. with another program that we can talk about later if you want. So we all shop wants and needs. Everyone would think it's Christmas for kids. It's all about toys. Does have toys, but as the thing's grown, it's gone to bed sheets,
Boots.
clothing, boots, you name it. It's not all about just getting toys. There's a lot more. Honestly, there's a lot more needs than there is wants, and some of the wants have gone from toys to clothes.
You've seen that shift over the years.
Yeah, and now food too.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of sad in a way, but in another way, it's really not at all surprising to hear that.
No.
I mean, inflation and everything, and what's going on.
Yeah, we've been lucky. We started this year Christmas for Kids in October, right around then. And when I put the way it usually goes is I send feelers out to all the teachers and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what's going on this year. Just start
At Berry City.
At Berry City, and actually, the other schools too. I mean, I reached out to St. Monica's, St. Michael's, and other places, and to the police department if they run into some families that look like they need some help, to try to get some information so I can contact them back. Since I sent that out, we started getting food donations right off. It's like, well, we're putting that out. So we put out from the Darling Farm probably close to 100 to 200 pounds of pork to the families that needed it.
Wow.
We did Preston's. We got 20 turkeys and delivered them to 20 families. Oh my God! Did we
In
do
a
it
nice
back?
storm.
Yeah.
During the storm.
During the storm. And it's been coming in. So we've been the Christmas for Kids campaign's also been morphed a little bit. So we've been moving food out to people that need it too, and that's how it started. I'm also on now. I'm the regional contact for venison for Vermonters with the game wardens. I've been giving out venison to people that need it, and that of course isn't just for. I mean, I'm stockpiling some to give out during Christmas for Kids for that way, but I'm also giving it out as I have it to people that used to hunt that can't hunt anymore, and also the people that might need it too. That's one of the things. My pet peeve. I've been a hunter for years, and I've always shared what I didn't need and make sure people have got it. And this way here, it's through the state, and it actually has been working pretty good. So I've been right out straight between that and trying to balance my personal and family life as well.
Sure. Wow, that's a lot. Introduce these two ladies next to you, please.
So all the way over is my daughter, Katie. Katie's been with the program ever since she was born. I mean, pretty much she was coming right along with us, she works for DLL, and she's been my sidekick, my partner, or she's been one sending me to all the concerts and stuff, and my concert buddy for years.
Yes. Greta Van Fleet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then Jen Carbonell, she's a co-worker of mine. She used to be the front office person at the Berry City School, moved to the C. Known her for years. Actually was when I had my second heart attack at school, was the one that brought me to my wife to bring me to the hospital because I was kind of stubborn, thinking I wasn't having a heart attack.
He was fine, he told me.
Yeah, sure.
And I almost had a heart attack driving him because
I'm sure.
I have a police officer in my passenger seat, and I'm just trying to get him home without speeding, but I know something's wrong.
Yeah. So
No kidding.
We've had a few great adventures,
yeah. So, but we
side by side.
We've been on for 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't count the years, but we're pretty much the faces. But there's so many faces that are behind the scenes that, I mean, we have donors that are shopping for us that live in Colorado.
Wow.
And then they send the stuff here, and then we deliver it. And we have other local places that are people that remain anonymous that are shopping for us too.
Ladies, you love to shop.
Absolutely.
I like to shop.
It's the best part.
So basically, you're given the funds to go out and maybe some wish list stuff, some items.
Yes.
You're looking for the deals.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
I love a good deal.
You
So-
like to stretch a buck.
Yeah, we do. We get lists. We usually split off in the store. We each take a family. I usually lose my list every shopping trip, so
Yeah.
Katie keeps them in stock.
Picture on the phone.
Oh, we do that too.
Yeah.
My phone, my wallet. Also, I've lost that shopping.
Oh, wow.
And we just whatever is on their list, we try our best to get them.
Yeah.
And I will say this year after year it's so rewarding to see them come into our school with maybe their new Christmas dress that they are feeling on cloud 9 about, that they get to wear and show that they got from Santa. And so when we see them in the halls or even in the community with their new jackets, it warms my heart. And that's why I think we do what we do.
That's
The
amazing.
best.
God, I love that.
And another favorite, I have to say, thing of mine is we'll have people just come up to us in like at Walmart, for example, and just hand us money. Like they know who we are. I don't always know who they are, but they see what we do and they want to make a donation of some sort. And I think it's fantastic.
What a grassroots effort, keeping it super local, and we're shopping local too, which is
Yeah,
important.
I mean,
As much as we can.
Much as we can. I mean, obviously, the amount that we need, we can't do it all. I mean, we're just saying, after this, we're since I'm right here and they're open, I'm going to go look for some sleds and over across the street to Nelson's, and then I got a couple other things that people want, and the bookstore, hitting those all real quickly on my way up to the school. Just because they're open right now, so I want to make sure I hit everybody that I can.
And you're doing this just like you're squeezing this in amongst your busy lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 2 kids that are both basketball. My daughter's playing on 2 teams, so double practices. I have a son that just made the team at Spalding, so
There we go.
I'm shopping but running to practices and going back, and I like to involve my kids if I can, but unfortunately they're getting older and they're
Sure.
busy at sports, and
Right.
but I have involved them for as many years as I could.
Are there others? Is it mainly just 3 of you? I know Saturday there's going to be quite a few people there.
Yeah, the Saturday there's community members, some the council, and then whoever else shows up. I know I talked to a couple of my coworkers that might be popping down. Your husband talked about might be coming down.
Yep, to help with the
Katie and
cleanup.
I will be there.
Maybe Tom.
Yeah, Tom will be there.
Tom's
sure. Yeah.
always been there. Michael Deering, Michael Booton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's others that show up too. That it goes for a long time. Even some of the people show up for maybe an hour or so, and it gets
Right.
cold. It does get cold.
So 8:00 Saturday morning.
Yes.
And you'll be right out in front of Domino's.
Yes,
Okay. Till about 1:00.
that's what it says. That's what yes.
Okay. Slow down. If you're coming through Main Street, you'll see the cones. Keep it slow. And here's the thing: it's like even if you can plan on this by having a few bucks in your car, that's great. If you forget, just even some change. I mean, every little bit helps here. We're not necessarily looking for big heroes, but the power in numbers.
Yeah. So I mean, we've had other kids that come down with change that they collected in their piggy banks and dropped it off. That just sort of melts your heart. Wow.
It melts my heart when I also see families who are on our list.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they are still driving through and giving us what they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie, you've seen that.
I have. Last year I saw it and just wanted to give him a hug.
Isn't that something else? Wow. Logistically, how does this whole operation take place? So you buy these gifts and these necessities, and then they go where? All in the back seat of your cruiser?
No, in our personal vehicles.
And then where?
And then it goes. We've got a
Santa's
location, yeah,
workshop?
which is
Santa's workshop.
Yeah, it's actually up in the alumni hall up top.
Yeah.
The city. I got that space.
Yeah.
Up there, and that's sort of where everything happens.
Including the wrapping.
The wrapping. In between all this stuff here, we were just talking about a game plan that we're probably going to be starting. We're definitely going to be wrapping. It sounds like maybe some this weekend and definitely like on Tuesday night. We'll get that part done, and then by a blink, there'll be a lot more coming in that we'll have to do. So
when will the wrapping take place, and are you looking for help with that?
Helping Hands Foundation with Renita, she sort of organizes that for us.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what I'd say. You know, if you happen to see her or something like that, and say you want to, she's got a list that sort of goes on. The council's always had some people that came up, and DLL is going to wrap.
We're hosting a wrapping party at the Department of Liquor and Lottery this year.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I talked to the
fantastic.
commissioner, and we decided to do one or two wrapping parties.
Where's all the tape and wrapping paper and all that coming from?
Some gets donated. We'll always take wrapping paper. Definitely, we can always use it. And if for some reason it doesn't get used this year, it'll be stored away and be used next year.
Wow.
But we go through a tremendous amount of that stuff.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and so that's always an option there too.
All right. So once everything is kind of going through it here, once everything is totally wrapped, how do we know what's going where?
So everything when we shop, we stay with one family. Like if Jen and we usually go in teams of two. So Jen and her partner go and they shop for a family. Then it goes into a bag or whatever with a sheet with their name onto it. After that, it gets put upstairs until it's ready to wrap. It gets wrapped, with a list in there so people knows, it's a boy age whatever and
Sure.
or girl age whatever. Then put back in. Then it's zoned. So I mean, like say they live on Prospect Street. There'll be a zone for Prospect Street area that will have like Allen Street, Prospect Street, Fairview Street, all those streets there sort of close together. So you're not having whoever's delivering on Prospect Street, then another one down on North Main Street, sort of keeping them together.
Right.
Sort of makes things go a little bit quicker.
Okay. So is there a distribution day?
Right now,
is
it's going to be the 19th of December. That's a Thursday.
Okay.
And then that we deliver if we end up getting kind of on the late side where people are thinking about going to bed or something like that, then I'll stop and then deliver on Friday. But knock on wood, we usually get everything out for the most part on that Thursday.
Okay. So you have speaking of knocking on doors, you have a list of folks who have a wish list essentially, so you know where their homes are.
Yes.
What about everyone else? So we've got gifts that are wrapped that aren't necessarily designated for a specific family. Is there any of that too?
Well, we always have. I carry a little extra because I've said somebody, and I tell the police department too. It's like if something happens, or like something happens on Christmas Eve, I don't want somebody or whatever holiday it might be. I don't want them to go without anything. So I mean, I will go. We'll make something whether I have it or I have to go buy it. I'll make sure something happens. So
Yeah, you've done this.
yeah.
We get lists right up until
The day of delivery.
Yeah. I mean, and there's a lot of this is cross checking.
we try not to, but
Yeah.
we would never
Yeah.
say no.
Yeah, we cross check with other agencies, and I can't say it's 100% fail proof that somebody isn't getting from two different places, but we do
Sure.
a pretty good job of making sure if they're on their list, they're not on my list.
Yeah.
And I take care of Berry City. Somebody else. If somebody calls up and I live in Berlin, I get them a contact to somebody else. With the exception of like the Venison of Vermont, is totally different thing. But the Christmas for Kids, that's what it is.
This is really a quite an operation here that is there's a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot of people involved with this, and you've got to really be prepared here. This isn't something you can pull off willy-nilly at the last minute. You've got to really be prepared.
Yeah, it encompasses our life, starting in October, not as much, but definitely around Thanksgiving time until Christmas.
Yeah.
And the Christmas day. And maybe sometimes maybe a couple days after, but by the time that's done, I'm ready for a nice just sit down and do nothing for a day or so.
So we want to get this. So we want to have this kind of, pardon the pun, but wrapped up before Christmas here, so that you guys can kind of catch your breath and do your own things, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So the 19th. So for folks that are listening right now who either want to get on the list or volunteer or donate something like wrapping paper or tape or whatever, what should they do?
Okay, so if they need to be on the list or want some information on the list, you can reach me. The easiest way, I'm 99% of the time at the Berry City Elementary School.
Yep.
So if you called there at 802-476-6541 and ask for Officer Fleury, if I'm not there, I got a voicemail there.
Okay.
If they want to email me, it's Jason, Jason .Fleury, Fleury, and it's with the @, Vermont spelt out .gov.
Okay.
And that's my email and actually my daughter's is sort of the same, but then I can transfer stuff over a lot easier through the email system that way.
All right. And again, Berry City School.
Berry City School. Yes.
476-6541.
Yes.
Ask for
Officer
Jason
Fleury.
Officer Fleury. And if folks want to donate wrapping paper, should they also call you, or should they just bring it up to the auditorium, Alumni Hall?
But it would be easy. It'd be easier. I'm always at the school, and if not, somebody there will get it to me. If you can't come to school, it's easier for you to go to the police department. If you go there and tell the dispatcher it's for me, I can pick it up there. That's good too. I mean, I do stop there every day to pick a cruiser up and check in and check out. So if something comes in there, I can grab it and bring it to where it needs to go. The auditorium is pretty much locked off unless one of us are there.
Okay.
And if they can't make it to either of those locations but would like to donate, I'm happy to pick up at their homes if I'm available to.
Wow. What's some unusual requests that you've seen, or something that you've tried to find that's been challenging?
A robotic snake. I was looking for one of those the other night. A robotic snake.
So if anybody has any idea where you can find a robotic snake,
I found a gecko. It looked pretty cool.
Please don't give anyone that knows me the robotic snake. Please.
No, I don't like snakes either.
I went out and got a remote controlled hairy spider and brought that home a couple weeks ago. That didn't go very well.
No.
That was not a good experience at all. Can you think of anything, Jen? Anything that was far out?
I can't think of anything that's far out, but there was one list that stood out to me. I had one student who asked for groceries, chapstick, and a pair of gloves.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so she's going to get all the chapstick we can find.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and like, if I sat here long enough, I could sit here and think. But it's just incredible how it went from years when you see wants, and it'd be, I want a 1,500 thing of Legos, and I want this stuff here now to I want a bag of Doritos, Rolos, stuff that it not Legos. It's like, it's crazy. I mean, it just seems weird. It's just shows that the wants, the needs are there, but their wants are food.
Sure.
So of course, even if they want that, I'm going to get them something so they can have something there.
Right.
But it's just mind-boggling.
If you're just tuning in, Christmas for Kids is what we're talking about this morning. Jen Carbino, we have Katie, we have Jason here. The And don't forget, Saturday night, if you get up to the Battle and Berry 15 up at the Berry Auditorium, you guys are going to have a collection point up there for folks to bring new unwrapped toys, or not necessarily toys, but
Yes. Yeah.
even
Food. Even
yeah,
if someone wants to bring, I would say if someone wants to bring a canned good, even
Yeah,
if they
non-perishables.
can't do food,
Yeah.
it's so helpful. It's so
Yeah.
helpful to these families.
Hats, gloves, whatever.
Hats, gloves, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. It'll go.
socks.
Yep.
So that collection point will be Saturday night up at the Barry Auditorium during Donnybrook Fight Promotions Battle in Barry 15, but also a monetary collection up there as well. And I think they're going to be raffling off something during the event, during this big Battle in Barry 15 Saturday night for maybe a big screen TV or something with
Also 50-50 raffle.
with a 50-50 raffle going to you guys, which is amazing. Keeping it local, that's the best. I mean, Vermonters love that. Will there be any kind of online Dropbox for folks that want to make monetary donations who don't live right here in town?
Yes, there is a donor box online. I know it's been shared on the partnerships website.
Okay.
It's on there. That's been up for about a couple weeks right now.
Okay.
So,
All right.
certainly, anything helps, definitely.
All right. Find it in your heart Saturday, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is year number at least 15. We've lost track of it somewhere. I'm guessing between 15 and 20 years, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, for the coin drop, definitely.
That this has been going on, and there's a lot of hands that are involved with this. You guys are probably the three biggest hitters, I'm guessing.
We're the faces. There's plenty behind the scenes,
Yeah.
including my wife. She's not a camera person,
Yeah.
but
She's my favorite shopping partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our mayor,
Yes.
Tom Losan, I mean, he just absolutely loves this. He is and has been for a very long time, so passionate.
yeah. If
about
it
this
wasn't,
event.
honestly, I tell everybody that asks me, if it wasn't for Tom, this program would not be as big as it is.
Wow.
There's no way it could be.
And Michael Booton and
Yeah,
Deering,
any of those guys,
Deering
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everyone here,
Yeah.
everyone that you see on your
Yep.
monitor.
Yep.
Yeah, they really, really, really get behind this and push it hard, and I think it's so wonderful. This is these are not easy times right now for many of us. The need is great,
Right.
and it's hitting all socioeconomic sectors of our society, not just here in Vermont, everywhere. That's why I say, even if you have a buck, literally $1 or a $5 bill or something, every little bit counts. And when enough people show up, the numbers can really add up very, very quickly. So,
Yes.
and teach your kids, bring your kids, and let them be part of this experience too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
let them, hand them a $5 or whatever, and when we pull up to you guys, let the kids reach over and teach them the meaning behind the spirit of giving, which is massive.
Yes.
What else are we forgetting?
The only thing I was going to say is, like I said, I touched base onto it on the regional contact for Venison for Vermonters.
Yes.
I have it for Christmas for Kids. I'm also doing my due diligence trying to, because I try my best to get to the elderly community,
Yes.
especially the hunters that can't hunt anymore.
Yep.
Try to get to them too. I mean, obviously I'm on a limited supply.
Yep.
But I want to make sure they're not left out either. I mean, we're here for Christmas for Kids on this stuff here, but I do have that. If you know somebody, if once I get some, I can send some out. And that, again, that's from the state of Vermont and my warden partners.
Okay. I think that's remarkable that you do that. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
The program started from a game warden down south. Her first name's Abby. I I don't want to hack her last name. I can't think. But and then the warden in the area, John Trong, him and I were talking and talked to her. Got a USDA butcher, one online, one that's interested and soon should be online to do this for us, and it's been going good.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, there's certain criteria of what can be going in there. Sometimes it's an illegal kill.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's a road kill, it has to be like
Sure.
right there, nothing that's been laying on the road. So,
Yeah, right.
So a lot of that stuff there, and then the butcher takes care of it. It's not somebody in the backyard
Sure,
cutting deer up and giving
sure.
it away. It's actual somebody packaging
Who's
it.
licensed to process it
Yes.
the right way. Yeah.
Right.
That's fantastic. It is so remarkable. Man, we need stuff like that so much in
Yeah.
Vermont. Ladies, anything else that you can think to wrap up today? Reminders or anything at all?
Oh, I think just thank you to our sweet little community and all of our small staples that hold us together, who make these donations and make this all possible
Yeah.
for us to continue to shop and continue
Yeah.
to provide for our community.
Yep. And there's Katie?
Come say hi.
Yeah.
We're excited to see you, whether it's at the fights or
Right.
doing the coin drop. We're excited to see a smiling face.
And the businesses in Central Vermont that get involved in this and say, hey, what can we donate? What can we do?
I know they've been wonderful.
Artie B just came in
Yes.
here
Yes.
Yep.
a short time ago with
He was one of my former students at Berry City, and a very, very generous gentleman.
yeah, and he made a nice donation too.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Would
us.
love
It's
having
Always
you come
fun.
We've
It
made
is.
this a tradition for a long time. So
Yeah.
We could touch base in the middle of the summer or something like that.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Thank you so much for doing this. Christmas for Kids right here in the Granite City of Barrie, Vermont. Thank you again, and good luck this year. We're going to get your information posted up here in the comments, and we wish you all the best, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.